ladies and gentlemen. We're here live from Harris HS Downs, where it's a head-to-head horse race, reindeer race today between Blantons in the Wild and secondary pricing. Blantons comes in small and lean, and secondary pricing comes in bloated and swollen from the inflated internet prices that you find on this particular product. And they're off. And secondary pricing jumps out into the lead. You talk to a guy named Steve on the internet, and he has a bottle for $150. You're excited. You've always wanted a bottle of Blantons. Reaching the halfway point of the race now. Horse Reindeer will be up a significant lead. You talk to Steve, he asks for your PayPal information. You hesitate. Why does he need this? This seems shady to me. Here comes Blantons in the Wild. You start going to liquor stores. You start looking for Blantons. You want to find it the right way. Blantons is gaining. And down the stretch they come. And here comes Blantons. Here comes Blantons. You go to a liquor store on the south side of the town and you see a bottle. This is going to be too close to call. Good afternoon, everyone, from Whiskey Words and Wisecracks. This is Kyle, and today we're talking Blantons. This beautiful bottle right here. Let's get it front and center. In 1984, Elmer T. Lee, who probably should have a whiskey named after him, I would think, was tasked with producing a bourbon of exceptional high quality. And remember, 1984, this was at a time when the bourbon industry was not exactly booming. This was kind of a slow time, so it was kind of a unique request. Now, what Elmer remembered was Colonel Albert B. Blanton. The B stands for bacon, by the way, which is very cool in my opinion. That's instant respect for me right there. By the way, it's Michigan week for Ohio State, so go Bucks. He remembered Albert Blanton picking honey barrels from Warehouse H on the Buffalo Trace campus over there. He would serve it to dignitaries, very important people, probably like the guys from Whiskey Words and Wisecracks, for example, if we were in town. So Warehouse H was actually created after Prohibition. It was created by Colonel Blanton himself, and what he was looking for was, after Prohibition, people wanted their bourbon, and they wanted it now. So he was looking for a faster and cheaper way to erect warehouses on the properties. So what he did, he made the Warehouse H out of metal. Now, it's faster. You know, I'm in a metal building right now. It mirrors the outside temperature more here in Kentucky in our fluctuating climates. And this is, I believe, what kind of gives Blanton's its own unique flavor and kind of makes it special. So, that said, let's uncork this thing. And if you look on here, there are, in 1999, they started putting these racehorse stoppers on here. And there are 8 different variations of this, and each one is at a different point in the horse race. Just looks like we're running along pretty good in this one. And each one has a letter to spell out Blanton, so you're encouraged to collect all 8. This one happens to be an N. So let's uncork this. Not bad. Give us a little pour here. Again, not sure how much you pour in a wine glass, but that's all right. It's not going to go to waste. Let's give her a nice swirl here. And again, Blanton's is, it's not very easy to find now. We all know that. And I think at the end of this video, I will give you some alternatives to Blanton's that you will be able to find. So, on the nose, you know what? It hits you with a little ethanol at first, and that's followed with some vanilla and caramel right off the bat. A little cherry creeping in there, a little oak. There's always a little bit of oak presence I find on this one. Little spice now coming in, and it's kind of going through the whole gamut here. I would give it the baking spice, a little bit of rye spice, which I find that's a typical spice scent to me, typical spice profile. Again, coming back now, sitting back with the vanilla again. And let's give her a taste here. A little honey on there now. I'm getting a little. I think it tastes a little sweeter than it smells. I'm getting a little bit of that oak, some honey, some vanilla, and the oak. It's a nice Kentucky hug it's giving me right now. We're finishing with definitely some oak here and some spice, some of that rye baking spice combo. I'll go in for another sip here. Move it around my mouth a little bit. Got a little nuttiness on that smell. Before I drank it there, I smelled a little nuttiness in the glass. Yeah, just again, it's that nice rye spice, that oak. It's got your cherries, your vanilla, and some honey on there. It is definitely sweeter than I remember. And again, it's a very good bourbon. Very hard to find. So we're going to put this off to the side. We'll throw this stopper back in here. And I'm going to give you just a couple quick alternatives to Blantons because it is so hard to find. Let me clear this out of the way a little bit here. Put my glass off to the side. Number 1, Eagle Rare. This is also made by Buffalo Trace. This is a 10-year-old bourbon, so it's definitely older than the Blantons. And just a fantastic product. It runs you about $30, and it is hard to find. It's some rich cherries, some dark fruits, a little more oak, I think, than the Blantons because it is aged 10 years. Just a phenomenal product. It's also getting hard to find. So if you see one of these, grab it. You won't regret it, I promise. And it is half the price of Blanton, so you got 30 bucks in your pocket right there. All right, next we have Old Forester 1920 Prohibition style. This is 115 proof, so it's definitely more of a heavy hitter. Delicious stuff. Something you should always have on your shelf. This is about the same price that Blanton's is supposed to be, between $50 and $60. Now Blanton's secondary, again, $130. I see it for $150. Do not pay that for this. This is great $50, $60 whiskey all day long. This is not a $150 whiskey. I'm not sure that really any are, to be honest with you. This is just rich. One of my favorite noses in my whole collection. It just, every time you smell it, you get something different. And it's rich vanillas, cherries, oak. Fantastic pour. Highly recommend that one. And again, the same price as Blanton's. And you can find anywhere, any store, they have it. Next, we got a little double dip combo here. We have, for around $40 by me, the Wild Turkey Rare Breed. Excellent stuff. Very good pour there. This is 116 proof. So again, you're getting a lot more proof than the Blantons. Let's taste the Blantons again here. It's kind of calling out to me. And that honey is really jumping out on me now. That honey and oak are really jumping out on me now that ethanol has kind of tamed itself a little bit. Again, that's a great pour. This is a great pour of whiskey right there. Get a nice oak on the finish. Also nice oak on the finish. Also rich, flavorful, excellent value. And I got this one for $38. For Blantons, we still have some money left over. Again, we got 22 bucks left over. Boom. Throwing a Wild Turkey 101 right with it there. Great in drinks. This is what a bourbon should be. It's all the flavors that a bourbon should be. Absolutely love it. Keep it on your bar. We got these two for the price of the Blantons, and just fantastic. Equal in every way to Blantons, if not better to some palates. Next we have, I just picked up this Miggers 46 cask strength, 109 proof, just another fantastic whiskey. It's a little softer. I get a little more fruit than I do on any of these other ones. It is a wheater, so I get a little more fruit on there, and just it has this fantastic oak and vanilla on there that it's just has this creaminess to it that I really look for in higher end whiskeys, and I don't even get that from this blend here, and it's just a fantastic pour, highly recommended. Last and never least, Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, 55, 60, about the same price of Blanton's. A little easier to find, but not a given by any means around me anyway. This is just a flavor bomb. Okay, this is all your bourbon flavors, and just it's going to hit you right in the mouth in a good way. Oak, cherries, vanilla, all that happy, great bourbon stuff that keeps us going back for more. And again, the same price of Blanton's, a little more available, and I would definitely highly recommend it. If you like this video, please subscribe, like, do all that fancy stuff. This is Whiskey Words and Wisecracks. We're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, we're on YouTube. Some other things that Chris signed us up for that I don't even recall off the top of my head. We're shooting videos, getting a lot of content out there. Please like, please subscribe. This is Kyle, and I'll see you next video.